Well, that's annoying. Oh well.
Cam spot.
Oh well. Okay, what happened there? Oh, Blood Wolf 3 just died. Okay. Oh, very annoying. Oh.
Well done. 3 deaders in one go.
You do 3.
How many have I killed so far? It should probably be more since I've killed them so close together. Actually, I don't think I have. It was suppressive fire, wound, suppressive fire. So yeah, I haven't killed it. This is the first kills.
No!
Wow. I'm impressed.
Done.
Righty-ho. Okay, the Razor Syndicate captain. Well, his boss is down. His men are getting eviscerated. He's less than. So he basically activates his jump back and shoots straight up into the air.
I grab his leg.
Technically, you're moving over as he ignites, doesn't he? That's a miss. Oh, he's got pennies. Let's spend a penny on that. Still a miss. Okay, it's going to deviate. Something lands on the ground and bounces. D12 didn't actually roll, did it? Let's try that again. Bounces. 10 o'clock. 7 inches. Oh, sorry, it would be hard. You halve it. Going opposite, so that, yeah. There, and it's a 4 inches because no, you round down. So it's only going to hit. Okay. But then it explodes. Explodes. Killing Blood Wolf 1. And, as I'm not letting you catch him, I'm going to be nice and basically be you just get there just as the blast, just as it explodes, just as so you get showered in bits of blood wolf. That's about it. And then he's gonna big lumpy thunder there, jumps up into the air and then flies off rapidly. Blood Wolf number 4 was panicked. Oh, he's gonna bite this guy. Miss. Okay, Blood Wolf number 8. What happened there? Very confused. 4 was this one. Oh, I went very wrong there. That's okay. He's just going to run away. That's easier. Panicking, so away he goes. Number 8, well, say, was the one that missed. Or the one that missed. Wolf number 6 is incapacitated. I don't know what's showing on the combat tracker. Brings us to Charles.
Okay, well, all the bad guys over here have suddenly disappeared. So I think I'll step over here and see if I can make this bad guy disappear.
That's a hit.
I think I successfully made him disappear. And then I'm going to. How thick is this underbrush right here?
It would count as difficult terrain. So
Okay, so I'll get
Off-movement.
about that much further then.
okay, longsword attack upon the wolf. And you, what is probably the last round. Oh, Blood Wolf number 8. Got the Joker.
Well, that's not right.
He really decides that God should be really not here anymore. Then grins evilly at Lazarus, which brings us to Charles.
Now, am I reading that right? That syndicate captain is 6 inches in the air?
He's flying away.
Oh, he's flying away. Okay, well, I
He's
don't
running
like
away,
flying
basically.
bad guys, so I'm afraid I'm going to have to shoot him down.
Shoot him right in the backpack.
Yeah. It's a hit. Roll for damage.
Let's Benny that once, just because I can.
Yes. Yes, pretty. Oh.
Nice.
Oh.
Sweet.
Okay, well, let's have a bit of fun here. Okay, so we'll do that. Okay, so first things first, you just hit big wounds. Let's try soaking. And failing miserably. Fails his piloting role. I'm going to treat it. I'm going to treat the jet.
Oh, jeez.
I'm going to treat it as an out
This
of
ought to
control.
be interesting.
Because I think it should be. It should be a case of you. It's out of control.
You blew out his pilot light.
Okay. Yeah. So he slides out of control. He basically he's distracted as basically he's spinning through the air in an uncontrolled manner. Looping, you know what I mean?
That's a nice tight corkscrew.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
right
I've
into
never
the
seen
ground.
anybody do that.
Type thing.
shot.
Look out for that tree.
Okay.
My Aslan's beard. That's a good shot.
Yeah, he runs away. Tawny's up. Or left or right. It's up to him.
Hello.
I got confused. I was like, why is there 2 Tawnies? Oh, he just moved an inch. Silly.
All right. I'll live with that. I'll live with that.
Wow. Okay. That's Blood Wolf Alpha. Oh.
What's that?
That's the Blood Wolf Alpha making his spirit check to unshake.
Why did he roll so many times? Oh, yeah. See, he just exploded a bunch.
It's a frenzied wild attack upon Thorny.
What are you rolling again for?
I wounded you.
Oh, I
Is
thought it
the-
said miss.
Miss hit. Frenzied wild attack.
Oh,
That
he
means I
has
get
2
to.
attacks.
Well, he did a frenzied attack, so it's two dice, isn't it? He missed you
Gotcha, I
once, he
see.
hits you once. he basically bites into your flesh with the venom dripping
No, he
from
doesn't.
his teeth. Fortunately, he doesn't actually puncture your skin, so therefore you don't have to make any figure checks.
I had a feeling that was coming. All right. This guy has poisonous bite.
And he's the size of a grizzly bear, so he's bigger than you.
I might have made an error.
Victor
Okay.
is
So
well,
the captain, is he up in the sky still, or is he?
he's corkscrewing uncontrollably through the air towards a large, basically. Hang on, did he actually
Look
say?
at Charles. Look at the captain. Charles is the captain now.
Yeah, he doesn't actually say skid, so he's corkscrewing through the air down this narrow path between the trees, so he's very likely to hit a tree soon.
You know how hard that is to do?
So he has like a rocket backpack on.
Yes. Picture the Rocket Man movie, so it'll look like that.
All right. Cold shot to the head.
Correct. I didn't notice him on the 2.5, so I should have spent a penny to move him up the combat track.
Got a hit.
Got a hit, and it's a cold shot to the head, so +4 damage.
Less concerned with that, and more I don't want to hit the rocket pack.
I love the way you're naive. You love to think I'm going to let you have a rocket. Fortunately, obviously his armored helmet protects him from the shot. Now, I would be nice and fair and see if the attacks fine.
Oh wait. A straight roll with a single. I have to play it before I do it. Okay. We'll save that for next time.
Zeris up.
I'm going to have that wolf number 8.
Now you missed by one.
I'll spend a penny and go for it.
Okay, you go for it. All that damage. That's a wound. Nicely done. That's the end of that wolf. Now, moving is a free action, so you can move up to that really big wolf and still do your offhand attack if you want.
Yep.
Then
Get
we'll
that
do
gang up bonus.
Yeah, I was looking at the gang up as well. So second attack, lovely.
Because you're
Did you get
two-fisted,
that
and
gang
therefore
up
you can do it.
bonus?
Oh, hang on, you didn't target it. A 5 onto there. It's vulnerable, so you hit. Points of damage. Doesn't get through its very tough and matted fur.
And the offhand attack?
Oh, hang on. Hang on. Vulnerable. Does that include damage? Doesn't it? Oh no, you've already, that would have been technically should have been your offhand attack because you've done your main attack. Vulnerable gives you +2 to hit, +2 damage, doesn't it?
No, just +2 hit.
Just +2 hit. That's thank you for reminding me. GM made a mistake. I shall give you all bennies. So unfortunately, you don't hurt it, but you can spend a benny if you want to re-roll the damage.
Spent. And that's not enough to get through his toughness, is it?
You need a 10. I'm afraid he's a very tough little individual.
Well, we're going to spend one more. Because pennies were not meant to be saved.
Indeed not.
No, sir.
Well, in the old days, you used to get 1 XP for every penny you still had at the end. They got rid of that rule because everyone used to hoard the pennies.
Right?
A penny saved is a penny wasted.
Exactly.
Well,
Plus,
the best I can do is give him another wound.
plus of course, Swade doesn't use XP anyway, but it used to be a thing.
Next.
In pennies. Safari,
right.
you're up.
Safari is going to fly up and forward. Her maximum amount.
You can fly pace, can't you?
Yeah.
So you can fly maximum 6 inches up and then 6 inches in any direction. 6 inches does take you above the trees. I know I said he's careening.
And I will shoot Razor Syndicate Captain. Target. Thank you.
welcome.
And
You hit him.
I will Benny that. Come on.
Oh, there's a 6 in there. That's a wound. That's a wound on
There
the
we go.
Razor Captain. This will incapacitate him if he doesn't make the save. He doesn't make the save. 5 minus 2 would still only be 3, so he's incapacitated.
And I will spend a Benny to make sure I didn't hit him in his flight, in his gun thing.
Yep.
Or his
I'm just curious how much falling damage.
so it doesn't go
Just
off.
curious how much falling
Lord.
damage he takes.
That'll certainly destroy the backpack.
I don't want to destroy the backpack. I'm spending the Benny to make sure I don't destroy the backpack.
Well, the problem, it's not so much you don't destroy the backpack, it's just, unfortunately, that was a lot of falling damage. Let's be nice. Let's, if we, I think, even if we halve that, 14. Ooh. Okay, let's have a look. Oh, I'll be nice. You're spending the Benny for the narrative, so yep.
Yes, that's
he
right.
crushes.
I'm spending the Benny.
Yeah.
So he face plants face first
Yeah.
instead
I
of
will allow
landing
that.
on the
Yep.
jump pad.
Absolutely, yes. Spending a Benny for the narrative will allow that. So he face plants on the ground, and yeah, the item I gave him to let him escape and become a recurring villain doesn't do me any good. It just gives gives somebody else the ability to fly, which I don't have a problem. It's fun, and rocket packs are standard tropes. Right, it looks like we have a very large wolf to deal with. Safari got the black Joker, Charles got the red Joker. And Tawny got the 2 of diamonds. And Liz, Tawny, you got the 2 of diamonds. So you can obviously spend a Benny to change cards, or you can or you can stay on the 2, and I give you a Benny. Jokers are wild, but deuces are mild. So do you wish to stay on?
Do we have a? We got about an hour left.
Yeah.
I'll stay on the 2. These guys are
I
probably going to nuke it before I
I
can
shall
even
give you.
get to it.
I shall give you. I shall give you a Benny for being dealt a 2 of diamonds. Safari, you're up first.
Fire is going to go on hold.
You do keep.
Yep. So much for
Charles.
that.
Just to make you use that too, right? Okay. Charles is going to step out here and shoot a wolf.
Okie dokie. You have positioned yourself so it's not dramatically appropriate to hit someone else.
Exactly.
Oh, baby. Oh, yes. You hate to see it.
Two wounds upon the wolf.
Wait, how many wounds does it have now? Oh, okay.
It was a wild card, right?
I was like, holy poop.
That was a wild card, yes. So technically, I mean, basically, that's technically the wild card monster. So, narratively speaking, that's obviously what you played the card on, not what we thought you played it on early thinking about it.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, he had 3 wounds already. That's why we did additional 2 wounds. I was like, oh boy.
Exactly. No, he wasn't large. So if he was large, he would have had 4 wounds. If he was huge, he would have had 5 wounds. If he was gargantuan, he would have had 6.
Oh,
But,
there's the gun.
let me fiddle around with a rocket pack.
I got a rocket pack.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, this is not why we were out here, is it?
No, it wasn't at all.
No.
Okay, didn't think so.
This was to stop us from finding what's out here.
Right, that's right.
Oh, look,
Oh,
there
I
Well,
will.
at least that's
still
like
seems to
this.
be
Earth.
there still seems to be a ring of burning embers from where the Baron was.
Yes. Go have a look there.
And was the backpack that the captain wearing the only backpack that was issued? None of the other troopers had a backpack.
No. The rocket pack, and it is a rocket pack, has been added to the party sheet. You can argue over who gets it, and it is like a rocket pack, so it literally will be very noisy, and basically a huge amount of plume of smoke coming out the back of it as you use it. You know what I mean? It literally is strapping a couple of rockets to your back.
Anybody specifically want that?
You need piloting to use it, I'm assuming, right?
You do need piloting to use it, and as you saw, I am treating it as a vehicle, so out of control rules do apply if you take damage while using it, because just because it makes it more fun. The implication being is obviously the shot hits the rocket pack in some way. Not necessarily damaging it, just basically causing the out of control rolls.
Yeah.
You need the piloting skill. So it's something you can obviously hold on to. And next advance, you can take piloting.
I have no desire for it. I can already fly. So it would let me fly faster, but I'm not in. No, I don't want it.
I was thinking make a good addition to Victor.
I don't have piloting yet, so
Work in progress.
There's no reason to. You just delay taking nerves of steel at your next advance and take piloting, don't you? And you just piloting and another skill, increase another skill or learn another skill along with piloting. Out of combat, you don't need to make piloting rolls to use it.
Around the Baron.
That burn cloud is only about where the Baron was. Of his body is nothing to be seen.
So he may not. We will assume that he is not dead, or that he's still around somewhere. He teleported out just in time.
We got someone that's like trained in nature stuff, right?
Someone trying to nature stuff. That's
Survival, tracking, that kind of thing.
oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I have some of those.
I am interested, however, in tracking these wolves back to their pack.
They're not having them. They're not leaving much tracks here.
No,
Let me try
unfortunately.
Has Lazarus used her adventure card yet?
No, I've not spent any cards.
Would you be willing to use a card on that? But if I give it to you?
Sure.
The entire party derails the whole reckless rest of the adventure I have planned for today. That's fine. I can go with the flow.
So there you go. There's where they are. Now I can follow those tracks. Now I see what I'm looking for.
Okay. Oh, blah, blah. Feral wolves hide such smells, but
Well, I'm more used to working underground than in this jungle, but there we are.
I'm intrigued. What do you hope to achieve by following a wolf, the wolf, the trail of the wolves back to their lair? Cubs.
As we travel along, I want to fiddle with the ray pistols and make them non-lethal, and then there be pups where we find them.
Puppies.
Going to
With
love
the
him and pet him and
puppies.
call him George.
Yeah.
You can probably sell them. The
No,
tropical.
I literally want to train them.
So cynical, Kev.
No. I'm saying the Tropicans. I would just say the Tropicans do. I was reading up here. Because of this, they are often employed by the Tropicans for hunting and tracking. When domesticated, they make loyal companions. Okay, yeah, I'll allow that. I'm not going to worry too much. You've got the ace on it, so you find two. Cubs and their mother. Will obviously defend them.
Would she be trainable?
No.
Okay. So we stun her and the pups.
Okay. I'm not going to worry too much about it from a purely narrative. Okay. So let me go all find the stats for blood wolves, normal stats of blood wolves. And then
We don't need them just right this instant. Just
no. I know that's all good. I'm just I know you don't need them right now, but as long as I do, I drag it to my if I drag a blood wolf to my uncategorized NPCs, and then I go open it up, go blood wolf pup ×2. That's needed. That will remind me that I need to do their stats. All good. Okay. Yeah, so obviously it takes you a fair few hours to traipse the way back, but yes, you find them, you stun the mother, you are able to stun the pups, and keep them sedated. The rest of the adventure until we need to worry about them again from a narrative speak. So obviously you will spend the night. You'll have to set up camp for the night. Let's see what happens. The night is uneventful. Lazarus, survival roll with a raise. I do believe that puts you in food.
Food and camp I was looking for. Yeah, you got the idea.
A successful roll provides enough food and water for one person or 5 people with a raise, and there's 5 of you. So yeah, you find a good place for a camp and you find enough resources to feed everyone without having to worry about cutting into your supplies. As I say, it's such a good place that Lizris finds you. No one actually bothers you through the night. The following morning, you break camp and head on out.
Okay. I recharge, charge 2 crystals. Somebody gets 2 points. Somebody gets 5 points back on their crystals.
Charles only needs 2, so.
All right.
I think Victor probably expended a fair few crystal usage.
Yeah, but I'll recharge off of one of the spare batteries I carry.
Well, you get 5 points back
Anyway,
anyway.
there's 5 points there for someone else to use. If Charles used the other 2, if Charles used the 2, there's a 5 there. Oh, actually, I'll take that.
Yeah, why not? Go for it.
Because I reused mine to charge up my pistol.
Indeed. And don't forget, if anyone's expended power points, they automatically reset after a good night's sleep. Actually, oh god, my typing's terrible sometimes. As you push through the dense, mislaced foliage, the forest suddenly opens into a tranquil glade. Vines hang like curtains of emerald and gold. Towering trees with translucent bark hum faintly, I should say, humbly. I'm tired, obviously. The ground is carpeted in moss that glows with the soft, shifting light. Most striking are the large petal-like growths that emit radiant pulses.
This is my mist face.
Well, what kind of things are these?
You have no idea. So they just seem to be in a glade. It's obviously just interesting.
Okay, well, Charles is going to step
Ooh.
forward and use his spear to poke at the moss that's glowing just a little bit.
As Littler says, oh, what kind of things are these? You notice the petal-like growths start emitting amber and pinks in colour.
They're changed.
And
Think happy thoughts.
Charles, you poke the moss. It doesn't appear to. It just sort of carries on shifting.
Separates. I mean, that's what moss does when you poke it with a sharp thing, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
Okay, so the moss appears to be safe. You said that these leaves are hanging.
Large petal-like growths that emit radiant pulses of colour. And as Lizra said, what are these? They started emitting amber and pink pulses. Up until then, they were sort of just random colours. They go back to their normal random colours after a few.
Think happy thoughts at them.
They start producing soft blue and green pulses of light.
Nice.
Okay, next, Charles is going to take his spear and move one of the vines, kind of like try to start it swinging, see what happens.
Okay. You start swinging the vine. It basically swings until obviously inertia and the friction of other items slows it down perfectly naturally in every way.
Nothing to worry about there. Okay. And I'm presuming these leaves are growing out of the ground rather than like hanging off of the vines or anything convenient.
Vines hang like curtains, towering trees with translucent bark. The ground is carpeted in moss that grows. The striking petal growths. Yeah, I mean the petal-like growths are literally growing out of the ground.
Okay, that's kind of what I thought. So no sliding along the moss under the vines and leaves is kind of what you're telling me.
Indeed.
Okay, I will gently poke one of the leaves with my spear.
Gently. Yes, poking the leaf suddenly causes it to flash with sharp reds and strobing whites.
don't think that made it happy.
Is there any way to get through there and avoid the?
You could.
foliage?
You can notice. Yeah, it's just a clearing, and in the middle of the clearing are the things. You could see multiple exits. No problem at all. You can walk past them by walking. You can give a wide berth round them and keep going. Continue on the direction of the, that you're heading, where they reckon the epicenter of the earthquake was.
Heavy sigh. Okay. Charles will start leading the way around the edge.
Okay. Are you all following, Charles?
Yep.
Okay, no problem. Nothing happens. You'll following Charles. You all walk round and walk on into the forest. As you part the mist-draped undergrowth, the jungle yields to a serene hollow. Cascades of vines lay shimmer in hues of jade and amber. The trees here seem older, their translucent trunks resonating with a low melody. I can't speak. I can't say it now. With a low hum, I'm not even going to say the word because my mind's gone blank. Beneath your feet, the moss pulses gently like a heartbeat just beneath the surface. Strange petal-like flora will sway in the still air, their glow shifting in rhythm with something unseen. It's another clearing.
Oh,
melodic.
bother.
Now I can say
Walking
it.
around in circles.
Why couldn't I say melodic just now?
I think we're walking around in circles, guys.
Petals again start shivering warm ambers and pink. I didn't hear what you said, Liz. Sorry.
Well, it does say older trees. The trees here seem older.
Check around for tracks. See if A, we find our own tracks so we improve the walking in circles, or B, find something else's tracks that could be interesting.
It doesn't appear. It doesn't necessarily. You're not sure if it's exactly the same place as Vera says. The trees seem older here. You find no evidence of tracks or any indication that you've been here before, Lazarus?
No, we're not chasing our tails.
You can always head back the way you came, or likewise you can
press on towards the center of this old age forest, I think.
Yeah, let's keep going.
Keep going. You emerge into a quiet glade where the air fills thick with memory. Curtains of vines hang motionless, their emerald strands glistening with dew. The trees arch overhead like cathedral spires, their bark faintly translucent and veined with light. The moss underfoot is cool and luminous, casting a soft glow that dances with your every step. At the centre, broad floral structures pulse with colour.
Okay, Charles is not going to say anything, but he's going to walk out and walk into the leaves in the center.
Okay. You go to, what? You can walk into sorry, you're walking out of the party into the centre, not out of the glade on your own. I'm just clarifying.
No, out of the party and into the center. I want
into the centre.
Very, very gently, very carefully walk to the center of this cluster of leaves.
Okie dokie. As you walk towards the cluster of leaves, Charles, they reach out and caress you. And as far as everyone else is concerned, you just appear to be standing absolutely motionless. Moving, not breathing, not anything.
Well, if he's going to commune with the plants, he'll probably be a while. Look for a safe place to set up camp where I'm not going to really disturb any of the flora.
Oh yeah, it seems perfectly tranquil and calm here. It's there's plenty of places. What's everyone else doing?
Keeping guard.
Is he? Does he look like he's breathing?
He doesn't look like he's breathing, no.
But he's not convulsing or anything either, right? He's like sitting there,
It's
barely
well, no,
humming in bliss.
he walked forwards. The petals caressed him, and he stopped as if like he stopped as if he became a 3-dimensional photograph. You know, he's that still. It's the best way I could describe it. He's he's unnaturally still.
Well, keep an eye on him in case he starts to thrash and panic like he needs a rescue. But if he's just sitting there communicating with Mother Nature and the plant thingy, you know, as long as he's not dying, so to speak, well, then we don't think he needs rescuing. That's my thought.
Okay.
I roll a notice to keep an eye on him.
Okay.
And support with healing to see if he's in any sort of distress whatsoever. His breathing, his respiration, his eyes, anything.
Well, as I say, if you can imagine a photograph that you can sort of walk around and touch, and it's solid. That's basically the best analogy I can give. He's completely it's like time has stopped for him. Is how you perceive it.
Well,
Minutes goes by and he doesn't move.
Tony, Vic, your thoughts?
Let sleeping dogs lie. And stay on guard, but if they're not actively trying to kill us, don't provoke them.
Okey-dokey.
Give it a couple hours anyway. You know, plants don't move fast, so it may take, you know, half a day before he's finished his conversation.
Oh, you've just reminded me of the conversation of the magic trees on the disc world, where halfway through the conversation, one of the trees vanishes. You know, they talk so slowly, and someone cut it down. But anyway, after about 20 minutes, Charles sort of starts basically starts moving again, and you've got no. As far as you're concerned, Charles, you literally just walked up to the leaves, and then next second you're basically a step back a foot, back a step from where you were just as you walked up to the leaves. Other than that, you've got nothing else. The only other thing is you can't help but think in the back of your mind that there was something going on, and there seemed to be some sort of sense that a collective calm or curious state is required. You're not sure why, but you get the. I mean, you'll get this feeling that it's almost like a sort of a meditative trance is required by everyone to become one with each other and the grove. That's why I can put it. Really, makes as much sense as that. Really. But otherwise, you feel fine.
Okay, I turn around and see that they have set up camp in the 3 blinks of an eye that I was there in the middle. So, damn, you guys are moving fast.
You've been talking to that tree for over 20 minutes now.
Yeah, no.
Well, let's say objectively versus subjectively.
Okay.
How long has it been since you first stepped in, Doss? Is it like an hour and a half or so?
What? Since you entered the first
Since he entered the plant.
20 minutes.
So yeah, no, you were in there communing with Mother Nature for 20 minutes.
Wow, I must have been really calm.
Did you get any impressions or anything from it?
That we need to figure out how to bypass, circumvent, or overcome whatever protection is happening here. Because I think we're just going to keep walking into this glade until we do.
You don't know how you know this, it's just what you know.
Right.
So in other words, you want us all to go and
Hold hands and jump into the middle of the plant?
Well, I don't know if we need to go quite that far. We just need to all, I don't know, sit down and meditate or something. I don't know. I'm getting kind of jumbled thoughts about it.
well, I'm willing to give it a shot and walk over to one of the leaves and compose myself and sit down, relax, and open up.
I will stay on guard because I'm not a messy biological meatbag
Indeed.
like the rest.
Indeed, yes. Yes, that sounds good. So basically speaking, from a GM to player idea, you as you try to meditate or work things out, subconsciously you're not sure how you know what happens. So basically, what happens is you each must make a spirit check at -2 to center yourself. If you succeed, your personal aura that you can't see but the plants can will shift to a calm or curious tone. If you get a raise, you can that allows you to grant a +1 bonus, and obviously each raise you get gives a +1 bonus to the next person who attempts to calm or center themselves, if that were. If you get a failure, the petals will flash a red or white emotional state that disrupts the harmony, and you have to start the whole process again.
What does center mean?
Well, Savara sort of just sits down cross-legged and starts partly humming to herself, or something I should say, and unfortunately can't get there at the moment.
It's a mental balancing martial arts and spiritual use. I am going to try to do it myself. So the classic lotus position and see what I can do.
Fortunately, failing before the first person centers doesn't count as a failure for everyone. So basically, you need 6s on your spirit checks.
Well,
Trick is you want one. You want someone really needs to get a good roll here, or you basically.
well, hang on a second. I'm trying to spend a conviction.
Yeah, I was going to say conviction might be a useful thing to spend here.
How do I do that? I keep trying to drop it on there. Double click it, maybe.
Conviction number into the chat.
There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
Click it, did it.
Yeah. For the purposes of this meditation, you're not going to have to worry too much about maintaining it. Although if then
just for role,
yeah,
just for role playing, I don't even know what this nonsense is. Let's sit down and become centered. What does that even mean?
Okay, that's a success. In fact, actually, as Tawny spends a penny to reroll and gets a raise. Okay, so Tawny, as you settle down and start trying to understand this centering stuff, the petals on the plant start showing soft blues and greens. And then an aura does start to, not that you can see it because you're now meditating, but everyone else does notice that there appears to be an aura of blue and green around Tawny that seems in sync with the petals, the plants. And yes, and whoever
There's a little
wants
bit
to
of a red tinge to it, though. Oh no, excuse me, a darker. It's a darker. Blue,
yes,
because I have the grim hindrance.
Yes,
so I've got
okay.
Even the best of times, I'm like,
Center the point around the circle or sphere is described, around which a circle is. Yes. So whoever wants to go next gets a +1 bonus because the aura of Tawny's aura will help you focus or center yourself.
Well, we've all rolled at least once, right?
Yes, but that's the same.
All right. Well,
Yes, Victor. We know what center means. We don't need you to set up definitions for us.
I definitely have to give Victor. I was going to give Victor a brilliant penny.
Thought it was a mythical horseman.
Oh, Zafira goes next. She likewise starts to radiate a calm aura, and that's 2 successes. Only one more of you needs to succeed. You don't all have to succeed. So whoever goes next will get a +1 bonus to their spirit check. If you succeed, then everyone will. But if you fail, +1 -2. So that's a 6 -2 is a 4. So that's successful. Okay, the 3 of you are all glowing in sync with the flowers. As the final emotional resonance settles into place, the grove exhales. The pulsing lights of the heart-light blooms shift into perfect synchrony, soft greens and golds washing over the glade like a living aurora. The hum of the trees deepens into a resonant chord, and the moss beneath your feet glows with a gentle warmth. From the heart of a towering blossom, petals unfurl with deliberate grace, revealing a figure cloaked in living bark and woven vines. Eyes polished like amber regard you with serene intensity. This is a Zanara, one of the forest's ancient guardians, their presence both alien and deeply rooted in the soul of Tropica. They step forward without a word, extending a slender hand. Resting in their palm is a seed the size of a plum, cradled in tendrils of glowing moss. It pulses with inner light, cool and steady, like a heartbeat, in harmony with the grove. The Sahara bows slightly and presses the seed into Charles's hands, your hands. The moment your skin touches it, a wave of calm washes over you. You understand without words its purpose. A beacon in darkness. A balm for wounds. A key to rituals older than me. Then as silently as they came, the guardian steps back. Petals close around them once more, and the grove returns to stillness, never changed. Give Charles the bioluminescent seed. Don't need to unlock the character sheet to do first. One bioluminescent seed. So yes, it gives off light. If crushed, Charles, you just know all this. If crushed, the seed creates enough salve to heal up to 3 wounds. The salve will also cure all known poisons. But obviously once you crush it, it's gone. And also you sense it is also keys to old rituals older than memory, so it may be. And basically, again now the three of you that are in sync, your auras are still glowing, the petals in the grove are still glowing in sync with you, and nothing else appears to have changed other than the description of it. The whole place is that sort of cascade of warmth, and you get the impression it's very safe to rest here.
Well, that was kind of exciting. Charles will gently place the seed in his pocket and say, I think we're ready to move on now.
Break camp.
Okay. It does appear, but as you break camp, it does appear to be much later in the day than you expected. Although none of you feel hungry, and you all feel nourished, and none of you are wounded or fatigued. Otherwise, they would have been. But all is good. You would basically, as you advance on now, you basically realise the path ahead you couldn't see before. When you saw the ways out of the grove, this one, although it seemed to be there, it's weird. Again, you're not entirely sure. You're not entirely sure that when you leave the grove, you're in the same geographical positions when you entered the grove. No, you continue advancing. As you look ahead in the distance, you can see a crystal structure. I couldn't make a map, but a crystal structure poking up through the tops of the trees, far away.
Well, there's what we're supposed to investigate.
That's right.
Indeed. As you look at it, all around the birds, basically birds suddenly set flight up out of the forest and up into the air, and soon afterwards, a whole forest, a jungle, I should say, the forbidden forest in the tropical jungles, shakes as the ground itself reverberates with another minor. Passes after only a few moments. Everything goes back to being incredible.
Tiptoe through the tulips.
Right. I need to get went fast enough. Oh, I won't. I thought, I'll be fine. I won't need this counter today. All good. I had another one. I actually had another rewriting of that same paragraph in case you left a third time. And I even thought, well, you might. I even did a version where if you leave people behind. So I was quite. I didn't need them all. I'd have been in trouble if you'd get. Right. Items, images. Oh, I like that. That's another one I was going to use. Sharing. You zoom to Phil. Should have said not zoom to Phil. Okay. So, as you approach the that crystal spire you saw, the area around it seems to be transformed. But basically, as you get closer, it appears more and more of the plants around here seem to be a fusion of nature and glass or crystal. As you get closer and closer, things seem to be part architecture and part organism. Right. The crystal spire seems to be part of another building further up, but as you approach, you reach something that appears to be a set of ruins in the jungle.
This is before the crystal tower?
Sort of, yes, at the base of the crystal tower. It's a bit of unlike this, the serenity you felt in the grove, this place feels twisted, slightly warped, and as if something is not right. Token. That's annoying. This whole area seems to have some sort of. There is some jarring resonance coming from the walls. This is the crystalline structure itself. Is playing a jarring, discordant tune.
Let me guess. Something's broken, and we have the missing piece to fix it.
Or at least we have the key to the rituals to fix it. Maybe. Hopefully. Or Charles does, anyway.
Well, you've got that funny crystal.
Well,
No, I don't.
I didn't think we had the royal we going there, so.
The one we got up from the guy in the city. The one that when I gave you.
Oh, the shard. That's right.
That.
I forgot about that.
Yes, the crystal you were given by Tal, weren't you?
Yes.
So let's see if we can find a place to glue that back on.
In fact, actually, yes. If you look at the walls around here, that does appear. That does appear to sort of be similar in form to structure here. I shared that. Yes, I have shared. There you go. Say this weird, slightly jarring, discordant sounds coming from the crystalline structure. Other than that, it all seems very nice. Let's turn off that. Let's. I don't think it affects any visibility there, so I don't worry too much about the light. Turn it on. Oh yeah, there you go. So you saw.
Well,
You saw it.
I'll take the shard out of my pack and I'll start moving forward and seeing what effect, if any, I get from it and the crystalline structure. Utilizing my crystal sensitivity and everything and anything else.
Move with her and cover her.
Sure. Okay. Which means that's just the easy way to do it is just roll it again, isn't it? Set it to a 7 regardless what I. Okay, as the two of you advance forwards, the crystal you're holding plays what a non-jarring version of what the everything plays here. It seems it's almost like it's well, it sounds like it's in tune, and the crystals around here sound slightly jarring and out of tune, which does cause a strange harmony, but very wrong. Seems something's very upset by that, because as you advance forwards, grassy vines erupt from the floor. They seem to be glowing with some form of psychic resonance, entangling both of you. And then plant-like structures start moving out of the walls of the what I need to do is that I'll just sit there and think up some very lovely creative blurby blurb. But anyway, we're all good, and looks like Safara got a joker.
Well,
good.
Safara will do what she usually does at the start of most combats and cast protection on everyone.
You are. Oh, protection still ready from last time. I can get you to cancel the protection. If you cancel the protection on yourself, it should cancel it on everyone else. That's. I think that cancelled it on everyone. Thank you. That I've just noticed the new version of protection doesn't have an expiry, which is annoying. So,
all right.
Okay, yes, you are entangled. You cannot move, but you're not bound, so therefore you can most certainly cast protection on it.
All right.
Obviously, don't even do this by mistake. Okay, friendly units. It's a successful casting. Which is standard one is
no raise, so it's just a
armor +2, isn't it, for everyone? Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah. The raise is nice because it increases toughness, whereas of course armor can be armor pierced. But yes, even though you're entangled up and stuck in the vines, you are able to psionically protect everyone else. Victor. I'll give you a nice graphic view of what is these lovely fellows look like. Yep. I should show you what they look like.
I'm pretty sure those things are dangerous against us, right?
I would think so. Is that what has me bound or entangled or whatever?
No.
Okay.
No, literally some crystalline, where is it? Yeah. Glassy vines erupted from the floor, glowing with a psychic resonance, and they wrap themselves around you and Lizarus. Basically, you get the impression they don't like the crystal.
Okay.
They don't like
Hey,
the
Bob.
crystal unfolding. Okay.
Long time no see. I see you've gotten some new fronds.
Okay, looks like a shaken.
Yep.
You shake one. Lizarus, you're up. Now, if you're entangled, so you can either make an athletics check or a strength check at -2 to break through. Try break through, I should say.
I want to break free. God knows.
Athletics, yeah, no problem at all. You break free of the glassy vines. It does count as an action, but you can move. Conversely, I'll be nice and say a bit of metagaming here because I forgot to mention it. If you wanted to do something else afterwards, then you would technically need to declare a multi-action, but you have already broken free. So if you want to multi-action, click that multi-action button. I'll allow you to do one because even at -2, you would have escaped. Or you could just move if you want to. It's up to you which you want to do.
I want to reach over and break Zafira free of her entanglement.
Okay, will that be you can make a strength check or an athletics check to try and break Zafira free. I'll allow that. Unfortunately, we'll need a 6 after dice modifiers if you want to get Zafira.
I'll bet you that.
Yep, go for it.
Next round.
Next round, yep. Next round indeed, you can do so. Okay, Verdant 7. What's that do? Yes. Range smarts. What's its range? It has got smarts of, oh dear. Okay, it's gonna have to. That's gonna. Piece of 5. It's to there. It's to there. Combat work. Medium burst template. Interesting. There it is. Pop that there. That is.
Somebody attacking me?
No. You're not attacking you at all. I mean, you are technically under the. You are technically under it, but being a robot, you're not infected by the pollen cloud. This thing comes towards you and just sort of lets loose a cloud of pollen that engulfs the 4 of you. That doesn't appear to have any effect on any of you.
Oh, Kev.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you bringing more into the combat?
Because it's fun that way.
Because it lets me create a cliffhanger combat. Charles, you're up, sir.
Okay.
Cliff.
Charles is going to dart over here towards number 6
Mm-hmm.
and give it a poke.
Go for it.
We have no gallows, so Cliff will not be hanged.
Go ahead and give it one more try. You're talking about cliffhangers, and it is. I do have a fair number of bennies.
Cliff won't be hanged. We have no gallows.
Yes.
Let's Benny that, because that was kind of a dud roll.
Ooh, plants.
Still going to be a dud roll. Oh no, I got 2 points better. Yay.
Close, but no
Come
cigar.
on. I need to get at least average for 3d6. Come on. Not
This is
just
where
now,
you
but
should.
hell.
This is where you want the no mercy edge. That would have been an 11 and an 11 there.
Yeah, I know. One more. Like I said, lots of bennies and getting up. Really? Boy, you are just determined. 4 rolls and none of them at average for 3 die. Fine. Okay. I poke it, but not real hard.
It's the tough bark. That's the problem. Tawny's farther back than everyone else. Be nice and let him
To be
move to
clear, no mercy
If he's got real tough bark, you better hope he doesn't bite you.
As a point, no mercy is
Nah,
a
because the
combat
bark is worse
edge,
than the bite.
Okay.
which
Fair
means that
enough.
you can spend a penny and have it for a round.
Oh, can you? Did I say you could do that with a penny?
Oh, that's right.
A setting
You
rule.
did
It's a
say.
setting rule. I've used it before.
Oh yes, it is. It's a setting rule for Flash Gordon. Yes.
Which is what?
You can spend a penny and get a combat edge.
For 1
Oh,
round.
okay.
For 1 round, and no mercy is a combat edge. I forgot that's a Flash Gordon setting rule.
So can I get one of my bennies back and shake it?
Well, you spend one of your bennies to get the no mercy.
Well, I
edge,
spend one of
and
my
then-
bennies to get the 9, and then I spend the second benny to get the no mercy.
And then you
and
spend
then I
the third one.
Third benny for a 7.
Reroll.
So.
Yes, I agree. Yes, that's what I was trying to work out. I don't think you get a penny back, but I do think you. I don't think you get a penny back, but I do believe you shake it. what I was trying to work out there. Okay. Now, Tawny.
I'm doing 2 actions.
Doing 2 actions.
Okay.
Oh, bullshit. Are you kidding me? Okay.
Now you can spend a Betty to take no mercy edge if you want, and then spend another Betty to reroll the damage and get +2 to your damage roll.
All right, let's do that.
Oh, I thought he had multiple rerolls on damage against multiple targets.
I just shook him. Well, I'm gonna swing
Well,
him
no,
again.
but yeah, hang on. That turns into a 13. Yeah, you just shake him.
My God. There we go.
Hit with a raise.
And +2 to that.
No, no mercy only gives you +2 when re-rolling damage.
Okay, what do we do here? Average.
I mean,
average.
you've already wounded it. You've shook it, and then you've shaken it a second time, which causes a wound.
Oh. Okay.
Actually, no. In
How
fact,
much
you
more
did.
would I have to get?
In fact, you did 14 points of damage, which actually means you wounded it regardless of it being shaken.
Yeah. So how much more would I have to get to? It's got 10, 14. I'd have to get an 18 to do 2 wounds, right?
Yeah, but you've already incapacitated it because it's extra.
Oh, all right. Okay. Shh.
Okay, Verdant 5 is over here. 5 is stride purposely forwards and probably not get very in the wall. Verdant 5 gets to there. That's what he can do, I think, because he's all out of his uncloud range. Verdant 1 removes its shaken status. 5 to there, so that doesn't have to reach on anyone, so that's what it can do. I mean, they are plants. They're moving plants, but they are plants. They're not. It's not like. I know it's stuck in a wall, so I'm going to have to move it manually. 5 there. It moves it to there. Oh, that's in range. There's a wall in the way, so it can only do that. So it's going to have to do that. You 3. Obviously, Victor doesn't count because Victor doesn't breathe. I get to target Zafara. And I get to 20. Pollen Cloud. Right. You both get to make ear checks at -2. So they should be on the combat tracker. So you can hit the roll button on there. And if you want to Benny it, you can drop a Benny on it to re-roll after you click the roll button the first time. Basically, the cloud basically. So Zafara, you're going to be panicked at the moment.
What do I need to roll?
Can I Benny that, or is that a natural one?
No, you can Benny it. You can just drop a Benny on inside that roll box to re-roll. You'll be both be. You just need to succeed. You just need a 4, like your fear check. There you go. You're both fine. So basically, you breathe in the pollen. It basically makes you paranoid and scared for a few moments. and then ends. And then verdant number 4. Where's verdant number 4? It's all the way up here. It's very annoying, isn't it? We'll just leave him to there. And then verdant number 6 unshakes, and basically it uses its crushing vines on Charles. This is really badly. And then verdant number 3 goes out into there.
There for just a second, I thought you said crushing mind, and I'm like, well, you can't find it because it's so small.
Oh,
They crush it when it's so small, right? You have to squeeze really, really tight.
Ooh, and as the well, this is a perfect way to end the. I don't have a pretty picture for this one yet. I forgot to make one. What it looks like. I'll have to work out the description later. But basically, at the opposite end of the ruin, a crystalline entity rises up out of the ground, as it were. It appears to be cracked and broken in places, and what's it going to do? Something wrong with its powers. I'm going to work out what's going wrong there. Should be the fact that probably I forgot to give it a fighting skill. Okay, so let's give it some fighting. Let's have a. That would make it 6. 6 is right. So this is up on the fly. Okay.
One more round.
Okay.
That's an idea, but it's penny heavy.
That's unfortunate. Time has caught us up. I'll just have to make a note of it and try next time. But have you played any adventure cards today or given any away? Oh no, that gets you conviction. Yeah, you did. Yeah. Okie dokie. You did give one back, which you meant to, aren't you? Okay. What's that?
Actually, that's right. If Victor traded a card to
Lizaris should have given Victor a card.
Lizaris should be putting a card back to Victor. Because if Victor didn't play one, he could still play one.
Indeed.
Is that not correct?
That is correct.
Take care of that then. Give me a second here. There you go, Victor. One card.
You want me to use?
Okay, medium blast template, smarts times 2. So let's see what we get. Sorry, that was smarts 20. I target Lara.
Doss, you're so lucky.
Where's that?
My other card was out of the frying pan.
Yeah, I'm glad.
Oh no, my other card was surprise.
Oh yeah.
Call off guard by dangerous encounter. Begin the fight surprised. All players gain 3 bennies.
Oh, you might get that next week, and that will get you bennies back for a benny heavy. But anyway,
yep.
I am going to hit.
That's not what I thought it was.
A medium burst template. That's a small burst. Sorry. Pointers. Medium burst template. Let's try that again. I'm going to sensor tokens today, which basically hits the 3 of you, so I don't need to worry about anything else. Then I can just get rid of pointers, and then that's you with a psionic mind blast. Well, I say it's a mind blast. From a perspective of how it affects everyone, Zafara being psionically inclined, what actually happens is the crystal thing just starts resonating and waves of sound and pulse out of it. It basically, from your perspective, it seems to interfere with your psionics, the way you focus your psionics, and basically you feel like your brain's trying to force itself out through your eyeballs. Lizaris, basically, the sound to you is quite literally becomes almost like deafening, and it's like your ears just are in so much pain. And Victor, the resonance seems to be just at the right frequency to damage your exoskeleton. So I know I call it a mind blast, but it seems to be very unpleasant in what it does. It's going to 5 power points. Let's roll those dice and see what I do to the three of you. Zafara's basically takes an awful lot of damage there. Victor takes a lot of damage there, and Lizarus is dead again. Oh no, 3 wounds.
He killed Lizarus.
That must be 5 power points. There's literally this like wave of resonance comes out of it and hits the 3 of you. And the vibrations cause all sorts of unpleasantness to each of you. Did Victor just roll 46 on a soak roll?
Yes.
Yes, you
I
did.
thought you were doing something because it was your dice.
No, it's just because it's the GM. It's not me rolling. It's just because when you it's how Fantasy Grounds does it. It uses the GM's dice.
No, I know. Yeah.
Okay, Sabara so far has taking 2 wins. Victor takes no damage with a bigger soak
I
roll.
just
46.
spent a penny and soaked.
Yep, that's fine.
Can I do that?
Yes, you can.
Your mind tricks do not work on me.
That's right.
So we shall leave it there. We shall leave it to.
Oh.
We shall leave it there today, and next week I'll find my description I made for Malzahn, the Echo Unending, and I'll create some cool artwork for it, and we shall. And hopefully you will be able to defeat the cause of the tremors and what's going on in this section of the Forbidden Forest.
Awesome.
So,
thank
you had fun, guys.
Yes, thank you
You're
very
welcome.
much. That was fun.
Excellent. Thank you.
I'm going to try and work
Okay,
out
Charles-
why
Charles is gonna
OBS said
cash
it was
in.
streaming but wasn't. Charles is going to cash in,
Charles?
is he?
Yes.
So will
Charles
Victor.
cashes in. You handed a card to someone else.
Oh, okay.
It's
I
very
thought it was
cruel.
you.
It's very cruel. It's really you really got to be miserly on it. But so anyway, we shall leave it there. But we'll take care one and all, and see you next time. And see you guys on Tuesday that are playing with Hell on Earth. But otherwise, I'll see you the rest of you in the night as we conclude this adventure. Oh well, we conclude. Let's find it. Oh yes, Into the Forbidden Forest. Okay, take care one and all. Hope you had fun. See you next time.
Thank you.